Hey, we're back with the folks from the Guam Commission for Educator Certification with Executive Director Leah Santos and the Acting Chairwoman for the Commission, Margie Artero. Before we went on the break, we're talking about the how many times one can take it. You said Guam is very open. In other jurisdictions, they can put a limit as to 2 or 3 times you've taken it. If you haven't passed it, you're pretty much locked out of that system. In Guam, we're pretty lenient in the fact that you can take it as many times as you want to.
Up to 8 times a year.
Up to 8 times a year. And you can take this online, right?
Right, you can take, there's computer-based and there's paper-based.
And paper-based,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So basically it's computer-based, nobody's standing over you and making you feel nervous. I mean, so you
No, you go to a testing center.
Testing center, so you can really be relaxed without someone over you with, you know, like maybe someone like themselves who are teachers over their students, right? And these are teachers taking tests, and these are if they're in high school or whatever they teach, high school, middle school, or elementary. This is basically written in a sense that they should understand, because like you said, it was written on maybe between 8th and 10th grade level for comprehension.
Right.
Now they've taken this, and one could have taken it 8 times a year from 2000 on to the current date. You know, there comes a time. There comes a time, and I asked this question of Senator Amishita last week on the radio, whether or not these teachers were not given the opportunity because they were bogged down with work. And you clarified, and she clarified it. No, they were given all the opportunity in the world. There have been extension, not only board resolutions, but even public laws. There have been extension of extension. There have been no incentive, really, I mean, other than, hey, look, one day this is going to stop. And that day is coming up, December 1st is coming up. And they're still, I mean, I can't believe that they may still be questioning the fact that why is this day coming up? It's been 10 years, for God's sake, you know? And I just can't believe that we're going to bend. And I hope the superintendent doesn't bend anymore, because, you know, what I read this morning, he said he's not going to, well, he empathizes with them. Well, I think, you know, I agree with what the superintendent has done. I think he's done an enormous job. I don't agree if that statement was right, if it was taken out of context or not. I don't agree with the fact that he may say he empathizes with the teacher, because the people we should empathize with is the students. It's the students and the other teachers that have taken this and have done their due diligence, have taken this and passed this. And, you know, when we look at scores, Leah, we're just showing me SAT scores of our students. And, and I'm going, you know, this that goes a long way to telling me that why are we not scoring, our scores not rising in reading level? If again some of our teachers here can't even pass these tests, and a lot of these, I mean, this Praxis 1 in a lot of the schools, colleges, and university, this is required to take it, to pass it, to get into their college of education.
You're right. Yes.
Right, that's why the UOGS requires it now.
Yes, and it's industry standard. Just as if you know, you take a nursing test or you take the bar to become a lawyer. It's the same. It's the same concept. So this is the teacher test. You need to pass a teacher test. So there's no buts. You just need to pass the teacher test. And it's so fortunate now that Guam has a good law that sets the standards, and that teachers now must pass the test.
We got a caller. We got Lisa from Jigo. Lisa, thank you for calling.
Yes, you're bringing up a lot of good points. Let's start with SAT scores. With SAT scores, first of all, that's a culturally biased test. You also have students that have interrupted education from the different outer islands that have only been in school every other couple years or very few years, and they come to Guam and they're expected to test in English, let alone it's a culturally biased SAT-10 test. Okay, we also have teachers that have been in the profession, or they have got out of the profession and they've come back as double dippers and they're only in there for the paycheck. We have counselors that are in the same situation that still can't read a grad stat. And our kids are going 4 to 6 years to try and graduate, and they're going to Osmujao, they're going to Tempo, they're going to ECA, they're going to all other schools just to try and graduate, because what we are misunderstanding here is it's not about the praxis. It's not about the SAT 10. It's about the teacher is the conductor of the orchestra. In the orchestra, you have different instruments. In this case, instruments equal students. Students have different learning styles.
Mm-hmm.
They can read music. They can read some music. They can play by ear. Okay? There's all kinds of factors to figure in, but it's how in tune is that teacher? Is that teacher listening? Is that teacher willing to be a teacher and a listener and a learner? Or is that teacher just a dictator? Or vice versa? Teaching is a two-way street.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Lisa. I appreciate your call, and you're absolutely teaching is a two-way street here. And yes, you know, testing. I mean, one can make the argument regarding whether this is a racially biased test or not.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I tell you what, you come to an American school, you got to take an American test. Simple as that.
Right.
You go to a Japanese school, you take a Japanese test. Sorry.
But to help,
No sympathy from me.
But just to help them too, we have helped in the batch that went last May after wait, let me back up. In the spring, no, let me back up. In February, the teachers came.
Yeah, hold on to that thought.
Yes.
I got to take a quick break, okay? We'll come back. We'll be right back.